Mic test. Mic test. Come on. Hello? We live? We good, yeah? Hello? You read me loud and clear, yeah? Okay, good. Okay. No, go away. No, not today. Not today. No, cat. No. No. Not today. Not today. Okay, that's better. Better. Anyway. Oh, no. Oh, no. There we go. It's just, I have to wait. Sorry, my cat was in the way and I had to move stuff to make sure he doesn't disturb me or get in the way. I've tested how my LTD kind of, captures movement. With my cat in the way, it doesn't. Not happily. Now that I look at it, sorry. Now that I look at Tsurugi's LTD, doesn't it look like a nice dinner? It looks almost Christmassy. Maybe like turkey. Anyway, there's the new summer mission, even though it's Christmas. Oh well, just for today it's summer, yeah? Wait, no. Where's the intro? Wasn't there an intro? 1 second. Pretty sure it's it. Which one is it? This one? No. There we go. I want to see the intro. There we go. Oh, so it is at the start. Ah, okay, yeah, I'm remembering wrong somehow. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. I had fun playing Cult of the Lamb. Yes. Krampus was fun. Too hot, eh? Admittedly, she is. She is really hot. I feel like I'm melting. Current time, 13:05. Surface temperature at Rabbit Camp is 35 degrees Celsius. No, I'll not convert that. What happened to the camp air conditioner I had? It worked pretty well when I needed to cool down my workstation. It was damaged during the last rain. I knew this would happen. We're stranded out here in the sun, and soon we'll die out here like starfish at low tide, dry to crisps. No perimeter breaches to report. Besides that, this heat is driving me nuts. Enough complaining already. We're all suffering here. What has gotten to all of you? It's not like the weather changed out of nowhere. That goes double for you more. You're constantly lighting things on fire, setting off bombs. Summer heat and bomb heat are two totally different things. There's nothing I love more than firepower, but I refuse to be slowly cooked by this hot wind. Not that you mention it, though. I wonder if I could weaponize a wind like this. Jeez, you act like you've never experienced summer before. You need to clear your mind, stay calm and focus, and even a fire will feel cool. No. Okay, it's pretty hot today. Saki, come out of the sun before you get heat stroke. Understood. We'll be completing perimeter guard duty from inside for today. Always hydrate, especially if you're staying outdoors in the hot sun. Yikes. Uh, I'm afraid to go into the communication tent. All the electronics are turning into an oven. In the winter, I can hug my monitor to stay warm. I hate summer. I, I think I like winter more too. When I'm posted in an open field, a lot of the time I take a position where there's no shade. Laying out there in the camp, my camouflage, the summer sun beating down. It's like I'm on a grill. Summer isn't my favorite either. It's harder to keep clean. And out here without any proper food storage, our rations go bad very quickly. Agreed. The other day we were starving because all the bentos we scavenged had already gone bad. They weren't even a day past their sell-by date, and already the rice smelled spoiled. Speaking of spoiled, I did eat like expired fried rice before. Okay, to be to be fair, my nose is pretty much blocked all the time, and I thought that sourness was just the sauce. Honestly, it was only after I was puking my stomach out that I recalled that it was left out in the open. Well, it was still packed, but it was still left out in the open for a day. I should have realized that the stickiness was not the sauce, and that it was sour, not because of the sauce, but because it had gone bad. Wasn't pleasant. No. At least I didn't. Well, at least it didn't last overnight. Only a few hours of puking. There were 4 yakiniku bentos that day, and we had to throw them all out. I hate summer. You know what I noticed? There haven't been any shrimp bentos lately. Is that because of winter too? Sometimes we'd find a shrimp sandwich with the discarded bentos. I kind of like those. It can't be the weather, can it? I'm still seeing fish bentos after all. In the past, they couldn't bring fresh seafood this far inland without it spoiling. But that shouldn't be an issue today. You may not have refrigerators, but the companies bring seafood to the convenience stores have freezers in their trucks. And shrimp is especially easy to store and transport, as they're usually frozen on the fishing boat as soon as they're caught. There's a saying among chefs that the freshest shrimp aren't live shrimp, but frozen ones. How in the world do you know all that? Were you a shrimp fisher in the past life? In a past life. My instructor during scuba training told me about it. But I feel like I haven't seen shrimp in the DU lately. I was coming back to the park the other day and a restaurant had a sign up. I almost said shrine, combining sign and shrimp somehow, saying that shrimp was out of stock. It's strange that only shrimp is affected, while other seafood is fine. Very strange. Perhaps a gang is interfering with the shrimp distribution in the DU, or... But why would they be just after just the shrimp? What would their goal be? Looking at the market prices, I don't think they get much just from shrimp. Maybe if it was crabs or abalones. Nah, this isn't something big like criminal syndicates trying to corner the shrimp market. I bet it's something like a gourmet food terrorist has a vendetta against bad shrimp, so they're stealing shrimp trucks and blowing them up. That's absolutely not her and her gang, right? right? Somehow, can't imagine. I can't put it past them. If a terrorist is involved, let's say that qualifies as something big. Yes, that is a bit far. We've all been through a lot. It's possible we're overreacting. They in it? Oh, Sensei! I thought I detected a a familiar perimeter breach. What brings you to Kawasaki Park on this hot day? I figured you girls could use a pick-me-up. How would you like some ice cream? Don't. If a stranger offers you ice cream, do not take it. Just saying. Ah, that's the stuff. Enjoying ice cream in the shade on a hot day. Can't be beat. The coldness of the ice cream is spreading through my whole body. It's like I'm hiding in the refrigerator. Why is hiding in a refrigerator what the first thing that comes to mind? Why not AC? No? Why Mew? Have you hidden in a refrigerator before? Her and Yuzu. They'd get along. Or they discover each other and just run screaming into their own individual hiding spaces. Thank you, Sensei. This heat has been giving us a hard time. It's much better thanks to you. It's nothing. What's this about shrimp going missing from the DU? Uh, that. We don't have any evidence yet. But we've noticed that the convenience stores haven't been stocking shrimp bentos lately. Now that you mention it, I can't remember the last time I had shrimp. Exactly. Maybe it's a temporary shortage. Without any concrete information, we can't really do anything. And even if someone is behind this shrimp, and they're making an illegal profit from it somehow, that would fall under the General Student Council's jurisdiction. Or maybe Valkyrie's Food Safety Club, not SRT's. Hey, don't they catch shrimp in Yatoura? Yatoura. Yato. Yatoura. I'm trying to remember what those individual words mean. I mean, what those words mean individually. Yatoura. Whatever. Out by Kanasaki Port? Yes, that big distribution company, Red Hook Express, has a fish processing plant there. It used to be a sleepy little fishing village, but ever since the plant opened up, it supplied all of the DU's shrimp. A fishing village, the beach. Thinking of those cool, refreshing places just reminds me of how dang hot it is here. You know, it's been a while since I've been to the beach. I haven't gone since I was in SRT. And that was for marine operations training, so we barely had time to enjoy being at the beach. But how can we go? We don't even have an academy of our own anymore. Yes, that's right. We pledged not to leave this park until the academy is rebuilt. It would be wrong for us to leave the park and go on vacation, unless we had a mission. That settles it. We're going to the beach, everyone. Sensei, did you hear what I just said? We can't leave the park without a special reason. What would the others think if they saw SRT, which is responsible for the safety of Kyoto's citizens, just abandon their post and go on vacation to the sea? Who said anything about a vacation, though? Then we would all go? Why? Why would we go? This this shrimp situation is very fishy, right? That was so bad. It's impossible to get to the bottom of it if you never leave the park. Going to the beach to solve the mystery of the shrimp? You have a point, Sensei. Infiltration and threat neutralization are our responsibilities as a special task force unit. I remember seeing my upperclassmen in the Flock Squad go undercover as terrorists a few times. However, I'm still not sure we can take action based on a little speculation. What would we do if there's nothing to it and the shrimp were merely dismissed delivered? In that case, we may as well enjoy our vacation. Was going on vacation the goal all along? Alright, we need some reason to leave the park, I suppose. But we are all that remains of SRT, so we will do this properly. Squad changes to civilian clothes. We will be going undercover for this operation, so we must all disguise ourselves as ordinary tourists. Understood? Understood. We will infiltrate Yato village, and we will learn the whereabouts of the missing shrimp. Commencing Operation Shrimp Net. Cue splash screen. Cute swimsuits in an ugly town. Yatora village outskirts. Oh, right, I need to get on that. Not that, I mean, but good lord. Honestly, Saki's ordinary usual outfit doesn't do her justice. Goodness gracious me. Boy, you know you're on a mission, right? Hmm? What's that supposed to mean? Where are your glasses? Very clearly on her chest. And your server terminal? Who goes swimming with your glasses on? Actually, I'm pretty sure there are treated glasses for swimming. Or at least goggles with, you know, prescription goggles. Though, yeah, those exist. I'm wearing contacts. And the server terminal isn't waterproof. I'm remoting it through my smartphone. And it's not as stable as a terminal, but it works. You do realize we're not actually on vacation, right? This is a mission. We need to be at peak operational efficiency. And you leave equipment behind to go swimming? Actually, Moist made good choices for this mission. Our cover story is that we're ordinary tourists. Any equipment that makes us look like special forces will blow our cover. If we follow the book, it will help if we're in combat, but it may hinder the other aspects of our mission. And what is that swimsuit you're wearing? Is there something wrong with it? I thought it was cute. No, it is cute, but isn't it hard to move in that? It looks like it would be hard to move in all those frills. And why do you have an inner tube? Didn't you pass the swimming test while you were at SRT Academy? This is equipment for the mission. Come on, how often are we at the beach? Can't you let our brave leader show off her cute side? Why don't we take a look at your outfit, Saki? What's with that stuff? A duffel bag, magazine, pouches, and is that a boonie hat? In that kind of, you look more likely to blow up the pier than take in the sights. Excuse me? I've reduced my equipment to a bare minimum in order to maintain my disguise. But, but if we, even if we're undercover, I can't just leave behind any necessary gear. A, a bulletproof boonie hat. Right, sure. Extra bullets, a water bottle to stay hydrated, and scuba gear. Just in case. Hmm. Can you at least get a normal duffel bag? Maybe something a little less military grade? What do you mean? This is my personal duffel bag. Meanwhile, sorry I'm late. It took longer to get ready than I expected. I stowed my sniping equipment into this fishing bag. It doesn't look too weird, does it? I also thought my fishing gear looked too new, so I weathered it by rubbing it in the sand on the nearby beach. Hmm? Why are you all looking at me like that? So this is what real infiltration looks like. I wasn't even close. No one can match me when it comes to blending in after all. Please stop staring at me. The Simpsons look great. I have to say that. Oh, hold on, sorry. Kind of missed that. Ah, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. You're just a few gals ready for a day on the beach, plus a weirdo who's decked out for a triathlon. You made your point already. I'm sorry I didn't dress pretty like the rest of you. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's very... Wow, it emphasizes something. I'm not sure I should be happy about that or not. If you mean that I look like a regular tourist, then thank you. It looks like we're ready, so let's run through a quick briefing. Our mission objective is to infiltrate Yasura village and determine what is happening to the shrimp. If we're going to succeed, we need the locals' cooperation. Do your best not to draw any unnecessary suspicion from them. Sorry to interrupt, but I think we're already drawing attention. Oh! I mean, the first time I saw this, wow, the dog is swole. It doesn't look like the villagers are used to swimmers here. Right, of course we'd stand out. How did they think there was a hour wandering around in swimsuits here? This village doesn't have any good facilities for tourists. Isn't the town a little eerie? It reminds me of a horror movie. Kinda weird for a beach town, right? According to my research, Yatagura village used to be popular among tourists thanks to its natural beauty. That changed after the fish processing plant opened. Tourism pretty much dried up after that. Maybe you should have stuck with your academy uniforms. No, wearing our SRT uniforms would have made us even more suspicious. This may complicate our investigation, but we'll stick to our original cover story. I'll interrogate the fishermen around the port. Saki, ask if there have been any incidents result recently. Why did I think tongue please. Recently at the public service office. Understood. Well, I want you to check the CCTV records for suspicious activity. And Miu, ask around if there have been any other visitors from outside of town. Alright. Leave it to me. You have your orders, let's begin. I'd like to point out that when I saw Mori's outfit, good lord, I wanted to squat down and look up. I mean, does it make you want just tilt your head and just hope for a peek underneath? I mean, there's a very obvious hole there. Curious as to whether she's wearing anything underneath after all. Good lord. I Is he flexing? Hello, sir. Do you live around here? I'm on vacation with my friends, but the water is a bit choppy. Is there a beach nearby that's better for swimming? If you're here for swimming, you came to the wrong town. Yatora Village isn't for young folks like you. All we got here is shrimp. Really? I think Yatora is pretty. There's no accounting for taste. Do what you will. Just don't get in the way of my work. Oh, thank you? Is this your shrimp boat? Yeah. It's bigger than I expected. The anchor is up. Are you about to set out? What kind of lazy fisherman goes fishing in the middle of the day? Huh? We finish our day before youngins like you've even had breakfast. I was about to drop anchor. I see. Did you catch a lot of shrimp today? Why do you care? Just curious. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. It's just we haven't seen much shrimp in the DU lately, and folks on social media are saying Yatora Village must be in trouble since all the shrimp are caught here. There's no trouble here. But, oh, so you think catching shrimp is easy, do you? Alls I know is we're at the mercy of the sea. I catch what I catch, and what the world does with my catch is of no concern of mine. And no whippersnapper like you is going to tell me how to do my business. I didn't. Like I said, I don't get in the way of my work. If you stick your nose where it doesn't belong, don't be surprised if the deep ones come looking for you. Well, that's ominous. Deep ones? That's a Valkyrie Coast Guard station. Hey! Anyone there? Who's making all that racket so early in the morning? I've never seen you around here before. Who are you? Well, I'm just a tourist. I heard this village is great for swimming. Swimming? Here? You, sure you got the right place? There are lots of little towns in the area. Easy to get them mixed up. I mean, it's not impossible that someone would come here to swim. But a tourist in this armpit of a town? It's been a minute. You don't have a choice, but believe me, I'd request a transfer in an instant if I thought it'd go through. A boring town like this doesn't give many opportunities to show off, you know? No chance for promotion. I've never seen Valkyrie students with such irresponsible attitudes before. Clearly she hasn't met Fubuki. Well, is there anything a tourist should know about the area? Dangerous stretches of shore, local crime sprees? Has there been any incidents in town lately? Beats me. If you want the latest news, get a newspaper. Don't bother us about it. Yeah, we've got more important things to do than entertain tourists. You just said you have nothing to do? I didn't know the students of Valkyrie Police School were like this. Hey, it's not like we chose to. Forget it. Forget we said anything. We've got work to do. Please don't start any trouble. If some random tourist angers the deep ones, we'll all have to pay for it. Again, the deep ones are mentioned. The nerve of them. What did they mean by deep ones? polar bear. Did an angler or a tourist that cause that sure ain't a fishing rod in his hands? Did anyone see that? What a cranky village. All I want is help catching one little fish, and they give me these dirty looks. But I learned what I need to. It's only a matter of time until I catch the biggest. Excuse me, but you're standing on my fishing line. Oh, when did you get there? I've been here this whole time. I understand why you wouldn't notice a boring, insignificant person like me. I might as well be a starfish on a pier. No, oh, you've got it wrong. You've got it wrong. I just have a lot on my mind. I'm not looking where I'm going. I'm sorry. Here, I'll let you have a few of my lyres. So, please stop saying stuff like that. Thank you. Are you here to fish, by the way? You're dressed for it? Really? Oh, yeah. They say you can catch a big one here. I see. My friends dragged me here. I didn't know this town was famous for its fishing. What kind of fish can you catch here? What kind? Mackerel? Well, mackerel are a small fish, so I don't know if you'll catch a big one. And the lure you're using is too big for mackerel. Really? But maybe there's an extra big mackerel I can catch with this lure, right? Heck, if the deep ones help me, I might even catch one that's a whole meter long. Deep ones? Whoops. I didn't see that. I mean, I was just mumbling to myself. I just remember a different spot where I can catch fish. I'll go alone. If we both go, he'll get scared off. Don't mention me to the townsfolk. Okay, bye. He was especially suspicious considering he didn't know anything about fishing. Something seems off. I like the BGM. Bumpy? Catchy. Mm-hmm. Let's begin the mission status report. After questioning the fishermen of Yatura village, there doesn't seem to be any issues with the shrimp fishing itself. The catches have been smaller than usual, but there's no sign it should have cut off the supply to the DU entirely. I also checked to see if there was some problem at Red Hook Express's processing plant, but everything seems fine there. The only thing I can report is that the town is uncomfortably silent. I checked all the CCTVs in town. The only vehicle coming or going is the bus that goes through twice a day. There's no way a truckload with 5 tons of frozen shrimp could sneak by without me noticing. I think we can rule out the idea that someone's smuggling shrimp under Red Hook Express's nose. That matches what I saw. Besides us, the only people here are the local townsfolk. Oh, actually, I did meet one other person from out of town by the pier. He said he was there for fishing, but he didn't know anything about fish and he seemed distracted by something. Something smells fishy. We don't have any evidence of wrongdoing, but we still can't explain why shrimp isn't making it to the DU. It's almost like the whole town is under a spell. Someone in this town is lying, that's for sure. This reminds me, there was in XCOM Enemy Unknown, right? There was that one mission about the fishing village, right? You entered and there's nobody, and once you get to the fishing boat, that's when aliens start popping up. It's actually based on a true event, a real life event where an entire fishing village vanished. And I don't mean the buildings, but all the people just vanished. When people discovered the village, all the everything was left as though, well, they were still being used. Stoves were on, etc., that kind of thing. Stuff was still warm. They just left. Vanished. An entire fishing village without any rush or mess or struggle. Creepy and disturbing all together. Someone in this town is lying, that's for sure. You really didn't learn anything else? We can ask questions until our faces are blue, but everyone here is wary of outsiders. Most won't even talk to me. Even the students from Valkyrie Police School have bad attitude. Maybe the town has a dark secret? Of course it does, Mew. People who look angry for no reason are usually hiding something. What's with that expression, Moya, please? Like that time Saki went on a mission without her without her underwear because the laundry wasn't finished drying. Why are you bringing that up now? Now that you mention it, Sensei, I did hear some townfolk mention something called the Deep Ones. Huh? The Valkyrie also mentioned that. She told me I should be careful not to anger the Deep Ones. Now that other person from out of town mumbled that the Deep Ones can help him catch fish. Deep so-and-sos that help with fishing? I don't get it. Maybe they train dolphins to dive deep down and bring up fish? That certainly is possible, though. And what they mean is that what they're implying that with that is that not that they're playing the dolphins are literally fetching them like dogs, but rather chasing entire schools of fish to the surface, making it easier for the fishermen to catch. Certainly is possible. After all, that's what I mean. You can train dolphins, and we have trained dogs to corner prey. So I don't see why you can't train dolphins to do the same. The Deep Ones are an old superstition in these parts. Ancient creatures who live under the sea. Who's there? I hope I'm not interrupting. It's so rare to see new faces here. I got so excited that I jumped into the conversation. Most days, the only people I see are fishermen bringing me their shrimp to be shipped off to the DU. You're in charge of shipping? That means... Are you the CEO of Red Hook Express? Guilty as charged. I suppose I should be proud of my humble business, but the old salts of Yatora don't seem to think much of it. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. On behalf of the DU, I want to thank the Red Hook Express for all the delicious shrimp you've sent our way. It seems all my hard work paid off after all. But for some reason, we haven't seen any shrimp in the DU lately. Not in restaurants, not in convenience stores. It's got to be an issue with distribution, right? Since it's your company, I wonder if you know what's going on? That's because shrimp aren't being caught, obviously. Maybe it's because of this unusually hot weather, but fishermen have been coming back empty-handed more often than not lately. If there are no shrimp, then there's nothing to send to DU. The shrimp will come back in no time. I'm sure of it. Interesting. When we spoke with the fishermen, they said they're still catching shrimp. Well, that's because of their pride, I bet. They don't want to admit they're having trouble. And it's not like they can't catch other fish. If you think about it, lots of things are seasonal. This is probably just not a part of the natural shrimp fishing cycle. I mean, I guess, but in fact, if anyone should be complaining about the shrimp situation, it's me. You would believe how much money I'm losing with the shrimp shortage. I wish the deep ones would help me out, bring the shrimp back. What exactly are the deep ones, anyway? I mentioned they're a superstition here, right? More of a folktale, really. They say there's an underwater city beneath Devil's Reef off the town's eastern shore. The city's inhabitants are covered in fish-like scales and they can survive at any depths. They don't age or hunger. So many who seek immortality come to this town in search of them. Although no one knows what happens to those who actually find the deep ones. They say that the deep ones have a dominion over the fish of the sea, and those who earn their favor are promised all the riches of the ocean. In short, the deep ones are gods of the sea. Like the Dragon King of the Sea? I've seen some really dumb. I've seen some really dumb videos, comic snippets of what's his face, Aquaman. He does not talk to fish. It's so pedantic. If this pisses off any of Aquaman fans, okay. But that the authors are so, pedantic themselves, they only have themselves to blame in my opinion. He mentally controls them. You can't see it, but I'm doing air quotes. Mentally controls them. From mythology? It's not a perfect match, but they're pretty similar. Anyway, maybe it's because of the shrimp situation, but the villagers have been talking about the deep ones a lot lately. I've heard whispers that the town may need to offer a sacrifice to the deep ones, or drive away meddling outsiders. What kind of sacrifices? What else? Human sacrifices. I'm joking, of course. Don't look so scared. The old folk tales mention sacrifices, but it's all just stories. In this day and age, don't you think it'd be big news if a little fishing village like this was making human sacrifices? Like the people here, all the people here want is to go about their business in peace. That's what they always say before doing a human sacrifice. If you want to know more about the deep ones, why not visit Devil's Reef yourselves? Just don't go on a night when the tide is at its lowest. Why not? According to the legend, on nights when the tide is lower than normal, the deep ones come to the surface to collect tribute. Obviously, it's made of nonsense, but just in case there's a kernel of truth in there. I doubt the deep ones would appreciate a group of outsiders digging around the town's secrets. Maybe I've said too much. Not at all. You've been a big help in letting us get to know the town. Thank you. There are some things better left unknown, though. Well, I'd best leave you to your vacation. This town is cursed. I should have known when they started talking about the deep ones. We have been chosen by the deep ones. They'll sacrifice us to bring back the fish. There's no escape. Nobody chose us. We're the ones who decided to come here. But this is how scary movies always start. We were drawn here out of curiosity, but in the end we won't be able to run away even if we want to. Terrible monsters will rise from the waves and devour our sanity. We will forever be haunted by impossible abominations, locked into our own madness forever. Snap out of it. There aren't any monsters like that in the real world. Monsters, curses, whatever. It's all a story made up to scare us off. I agree. If the deep ones were real, the Kvota's General Student Council would already know about them. Hey Mew, don't you know? The most terrifying creatures in the world isn't under the sea. It's in the General Student Council Treasurer's office. I don't care how tough these deep ones are. If they're smuggling shrimp, they'll have to answer to Tax Investigation Team 4. That's specific. I don't know how they found out about the torpedo I bought on the table from the Odyssey Maritime School. What were you planning to do with the torpedo? Anyway, not even a ghost can escape from SRT. I'll debunk this story personally and find out what's really happening here. But for now, it'll be hard to make any progress with the whole town watching us. I doubt we'll get any useful answers through direct interrogation either. For now, let's make camp and get some rest. Tonight, after the town has gone to sleep, we'll continue the investigation. You know, thinking about it, I've never gone camping at the beachside or stayed beachside. Oh, speaking of spooky stories, right? When I was young, family visited the beach, right? My mom came back with a horrible pimple. I can't remember where, but it was horrible. After painfully squeezing it, you know what she found? A single tiny grain of sand managed to get into her pore, and that was what caused the pimple. Just remember that the next time you go to the beach. Wandering in the dark. Rabbit 1 reporting. Time is 2030 hours. I'm arriving at the rendezvous point. T minus 30 minutes until end of twilight. It's going to be a dark night, so prepare accordingly. Rabbit 2 reporting. This is an ideal night for this mission. Local civilians won't see us, but we should be able to identify friends and foes. Rabbit 4, have you switched to your night vision scope? Affirmative, it's darker than I expected, so I'm using an NL4 scope. I thought the infrared strobe might work well, but... Yes, is there a problem? Don't you smell that? The fishy smell, it's gotten worse. It's hard to describe, but it's this fishy, musty smell that I've been smelling all over. I've noticed it too. There's a fishy smell and then my skin gets itchy like I've been sprayed with something. How are you doing, Sensei? I haven't gotten itchy or anything. What if the smell is some kind of omen? I don't like this. This is a fishing village. Of course there will be fishy smells. And if you think the fishy smell is getting worse, well, maybe the wind is blowing it in from the ocean? Oh, Saki, you idiot. At night, wind blows from the land to the sea. Were you sleeping in science class? The land cools down faster than the sea at night, which creates a pressure difference. Be sure to write that down, it'll be on the test. I don't need you to lecture me, I know that much. Rabbit 1, what's our target? Head out to the Devil's Reef. It seems to be something of a holy spot for the townsfolk, so our best chance to investigate is under the cover of darkness. It's a new moon, so the tide will be at its lowest. If the CEO of Red Hook Express is right, then this is our best chance to see if the villagers are hiding something. Rabbit 2, take point and investigate the area on foot. Rabbit 4, provide overwatch support from the cliff on the west side. Understood? Miracle, Rabbit 1, please don't turn your radio off no matter what. Affirmative, Rabbit 4, report any suspicious activity without delay. Rabbit 3, station yourself at the rendezvous point and watch our rear. If any villagers notice we're not at camp, I don't want them following us. Leave it to me. I'll watch with both eyes. Let's move. We'll meet up at the rendezvous point before sunrise. Wait. Rabbit 2, there are 2 individuals at 3 o'clock. Can you ID? I see them. One is wearing fishing boots and carrying a pole. He must be one of the fishermen. He's speaking with a Valkyrie Coast Guard. I think she's blocking his way. Is it the polar bear and... Nope. Red panda? I can just barely hear them. It sounds like they're arguing. Rabbit 3, can we get audio? On it. Just got to set up my directional mic. Stop making it already? The smell spread through the whole town. The head is killing me. Making it because we like it? Shrimp's not selling. Got to make a living somehow. Besides, this town's traditions and folklore, the elders understand. Maybe that's true for folks who've born and raised here, but for us it's... Come on, you've been here for over a year now. Get used to it. You're practically one of us. Stop fighting it. You know, what happened to, I asked for? It's been a month and we're still waiting. Just yesterday, seriously hurt. He's lucky to be still alive. Look, I'm sorry, but there's nothing you can do. We can't just leave it like that. You're threatening to cast the whole village into darkness. So the fishy smell is caused by something they're doing? On purpose? What does that mean, cast the whole village into darkness? Aren't we going to be okay? Is the land going to sink into the ocean? Are the waves going to rise up and consume us? Take deep breaths, Mew. Nothing like that will happen. Until all the all the polar caps melt. But I can't help it. These thoughts keep filling my head. And now I'm hearing something. What are you hearing? It's like someone's reading scripture. Or chanting. Miyako, everyone, are we going to be okay? Hold your position, we'll be right there. Rabbit 2, we're pulling out and regrouping at Rabbit 4's position. Affirmative, no objections. I have to admit it, but I'm feeling a little nervous too. The eerie atmosphere in town, the creepy things the villagers say and do. There's more to this than just shrimp. What do you think, Sensei? Our first priority is checking on Miyu. Yes, student safety is first. Right, we can go over the evidence later. Some nights aren't as long. Rabbit 4, are you okay? Hey, Rabbit 4, I'm here to pick you up. Oh. What happened? Were you ambushed? Oh, over there, by the shore. Please, if I fail here, it's all over for me. Whoever's out there, deep ones or no, if you really exist, please come out. Sandwich, bagels and lox. Are those really the words to the spell? He's summoning a demon. Huh? Who's there? That's what I want to know. What are you doing out here? Well, I'm out here Rabbit 2 on him. Won't get away. Please don't leave me behind. Everyone wait. Where did he go? He's as big as a bear, but as fast as a rabbit. I was so busy chasing him, I don't know where we are. Do you? The smell has gone worse. Whoa. Are you alright? Oh, whoa, as in she slipped. Whoa. Rabbit 2, are you okay? I'm okay. I just slipped on something wet. What is this? Fish guts? Probably seaweed. Here. There are fish bones too. Stripped clean. It looks like someone abandoned a drying rack out here. Not abandoned. Someone's been here recently. And the fish on the rack aren't dry. Miyako, Saki here. Rabbit 4, we're on a mission. Use our call signs. What's the issue? This pot. There's something dark and thick and fishy. Let me see. Yeah. Is this where the bad smell was coming from? The fish on the drying rack are all rotting. It looks like someone left them here to spoil on purpose. That makes no sense. One minute they're complaining they aren't catching enough. The next they're leaving it to rot? I didn't want to say this, but the evidence is pointing in one direction. Someone from the village may have been holding some kind of ritual. I was wondering who was making all this noise in the middle of the night. I knew no tourists in their right mind would come here to a nowhere town like this. But you are lowly fish thieves after all. Fish thieves? Sir, you could not pay me to take these rotten fish off your hands. Oh? Rotten fish, is it? There ain't a thought in your head, is there? You don't know nothing about us. You run your mouth about things you don't understand, just like all the other outsiders. What is happening in this town? Oh, now you're demanding answers, eh? They were asking from the very beginning. I don't have to tell you nothing. See, we don't much appreciate rude city slickers stomping around and disturbing the peace. I'm guessing the city slicker came in and actually disturbed the peace prior. Let me show you what we do to outsiders like you. We're surrounded. When we faced off worse odds than this before. Combat formation. Should you really be... Oh, I haven't used them at all. Speaking of, I haven't pulled... Yeah, I'll pull later. Yeah, forgot about that. Almost forgot about that. Miyako is a tank, if I recall. Saki and Miyu? What were they doing? Wait, she attacks with seagulls. Undisturbed. Decrease. Oh, essentially damage. I mean, defense shred. This is the crit, but you get what I mean. Ah, debuff, but single target. All of them are. That is not a line. My goodness. Sorry, I was looking at ample bounce. Ample boing boing. Goodness gracious me. Oh shit, energy. I am pretty sure I spent it all earlier. Did I? No, I didn't. Thank goodness. Phew. Would have ruined my plans. Fear of the unknown. Well, that'll wake up the town. Oh, they're still standing. These tourists can fight. But you're still a fish in a barrel. Come on, get the folks from PS3. Those laybos are probably just getting to their boats. There's so many of them. You have superior firepower, but they'll overwhelm us at this rate. Jeez, I'm practically tripping over crates and tackle boxes over here. I'm running out of animation. Rabbit 1 orders. They've got us pinned. We need air supports to draw them out, but I can't just bomb the village. No, these cultists seem to control the whole town, and my squad is in danger. I have no choice. Rabbit 3, do we have any air bursting rounds? Sure we do. I brought some instead of my usual anti-air munitions. Why? I mean, what do you mean usual anti-air munitions? I mean, I know she likes explosives and whatnot, but I'm just curious what her usual loadout is. Prepare to fire with the enemy cover. We're drawing them out. The coordinates are... That's enough! Everyone stop! That voice. That's it. Oh man, are you guys fighting again? Don't you ever get sick of it? Sir, like I told you before, if you have any trouble with outsiders, come to us first. If these tourists file a complaint, it'll be pain for all of us. I don't need your permission to protect my private property. Just step aside, officer. I'll get rid of these rats in 10 minutes. Who are you calling a rat? Let's get this over with. Please, this is all just a misunderstanding. Now I understand perfectly. You girls trespassed in my drying workshop and tried to steal my fish. It's clear as day. This is a drying workshop. The fish here are all spoiled. You can't trick us with such an obvious lie. Hey, it's not spoiled. He's making kusaya sauce. Which technically does use raw fish, if I recall. You cure mackerel in this stinky brine, then dry it. Oh. It's not too popular in the DU, but it's one of Yatura's village's specialties. They tell me it's real good, but I'm not putting anything that smells like that near my mouth. I've had natto before. My perpetually blocked nose probably helped. It's an acquired taste still, though. Not bad. Never say it's bad. Just not loving it, you know? You've been here how long and you still can't eat kusaya? I'm allowed to have my own preferences. You there, you know about kusaya. But we don't export the stuff, so I doubt you'd find it in your fancy city. I have a few students who are interested in rare delicacies. But what are those things we heard you say? You said the town would be consumed by darkness and then their fisherman was hurt. Consumed by... Huh? Oh, you mean the broken street lights. The weather out here does a number on the old power lines. Some of the street lights in town have started going out. When the sun goes down, it gets so dark you can't see your own feet. One of the rookie fishermen tripped on a rock and hurt his leg. I've sent a few repair requests to the district office since it's a major safety issue. They say they're short-handed and we just have to wait. But it's been over a month. So they didn't mean that the land would sink into the ocean? Thank goodness. But what were you doing out here so early in the morning anyways? We were going for a nighttime stroll and saw someone suspicious, so we followed him. He didn't look like a villager, but we saw he was carrying a fishing rod. We thought maybe he was fishing without a license. That guy. He's been pestering everyone in town for fishing lessons. I know he looks shifty, but he's got all the permits and licenses and whatnot he needs. It may have been an misunderstanding, but I'm sorry for any trouble. Alright, fellas, let's move on. You've got a lot of work to do if you aim to get on the water before sunup. If you miss today's shrimp because you were picking fights with tourists, you'll be the laughingstock of the village. Yeah. So, tense night, eh? I'm sorry. The squad leader should assess the situation with a calm and collected eye. This was all my fault. Technically, it was that old dude's fault. The buff dog. Yes, we shall call him Buff Dog from now on. I tried to maintain control, but as the conflict escalated, it was almost as if I was possessed, until I believed that the village was home to some sort of cult conspiracy. It happened to me too. From the beginning, I was sure it was all a bunch of superstitious nonsense. As I saw and smelled more, though, even I started to think the legends could be real. No, it's all my fault. I kept saying these terrible things, picking at my fears. I should have just kept my mouth shut. Nah, we were all thinking it. You were the only one brave enough to say it out loud. It's not really anyone's fault. It was an nonsensical conclusion for us to jump to. If the villagers are talking about darkness, of course they mean the streetlights. If we see fermented fish, of course it's some kind of seafood. Instead, we assumed it was some kind of religious sacrifice and abomination from the depths. What made us jump to these crazy assumptions this time? We weren't actually in this town's spell, were we? Paranoia. I have a feeling you had too much information, or rather not enough information. All you got was bits and pieces and jumped to conclusions. So, like information overload? Well, we did end up going over a bunch of folktales that we wouldn't normally make into an investigation brief. Back in the city, we'd look at accident reports and incident logs, but all we had to go on here were spooky stories from the locals. Yeah, I'm looking at our meeting minutes now, and it's covered in talk about the deep ones. It looks like a horror movie script, more like a horror movie script than an SRT investigation. Also, I couldn't stop thinking about something that guy from Red Hook Express said. Even now I can hear his voice. I know that misinformation can lead to misunderstandings and stop you from thinking rationally, but it's possible that you're all just tired too. Tired from just this? We all went through SRT's harsh training. You think this is enough to tire us? Well, there's physical exhaustion and then there's mental exhaustion. And you think we have mental exhaustion? If you're looking at everyone who's suspicious, then of course you'll get tired. Can you blame us? People are driven by instinct, pure and simple. Even the biggest conspiracies in quotas started with someone who wanted something. It sounds like you're describing yourself more. You'd be surprised at how off the cuff the people in charge can get when they think when nobody's watching. If you're always expecting conspiracies, you'll see them around every corner. Let's leave it on more positive. Try looking at the village again, but with fresh eyes this time. But if there really is a conspiracy, then we need to do something about it. It's my duty as a student of the SRT Academy. How can we even tell if there's a conspiracy if it's all in our heads? We need to take a step back and start afresh. First things first, you need some rest. Don't think about the deep ones or shallow ones or anything in between. Alright, squad, that concludes our mission for today. Thank you all for working so late. Otsukare. Though that is a good point to stop. If it's 10 episodes, maybe I will stop. Oh, it's 5 instead. You know what? I think I'll edit the title of the stream and end here, yeah? I will, however. I do want to pull for Miyako. She's a dodge tank, right? Yeah, fun, successful evasions. And boosted evasion. Yeah. Basically, she's basically a debuffing tank. Though I do want Saki's active triple debuff instead. Look, she defense and crit res did this. Yeah, 3 debuffs. In a fan-shaped area, every 15th normal attack. Accuracy? Special student buffer. Cool. Which one? It's almost next year, should I? Do I have a coin to flip? Kinda. Camel cap. Okay, bottom for Miyako. It's for Saki. Ah, where did it go? It's for Saki. Come on. Rona. You know, I kind of wish it had randomized sometimes between Arona and Plena. Plena deserves some love. Please. Aw. Oops. Again. Ooh. Come on. 1. 2. 3. 4. Ah! Saya! Please! I've said this before, but Saya and both versions of Saya have pretty much been the spooks from the very beginning. Come on. Come on. Oops. Come on. Poof. Pink. Oh. Oh, that's an almost minimum pull. Come on. Oh. He's pink. He's pink. He's good, yes? 3 star? 3 stars? 3 stars? 3 stars? Thank you. Thank you. It's all the way at the end. Oh, it's right. It's not registering my third finger. I'm triple tapping, you see? Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Rabbit 2! Yes! Mm. Okay, now I pull for Miyako, yeah? Come on, come on. I do not need to pull pity, alright? I don't need it. I do not need it. I believe in my luck. My luck is disgusting in games for some reason. I wish it was better in life, though. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Another near minimum. That is not a good sign. Come on, come on. Come on. I want to stop at 60 pulls left. Come on, come on. One more pull. By the power of Grayskull. Come on, Bruno, hit me! I saw that pink background! Hit me! Harder! It's pink! Yes! Give me... Yes! Come on! Come on! Let me see it! Not the right swimsuit! Not the right swimsuit! I still got 50 pulls. 50 pulls. Come on. I'll do it anyways. Come on. I believe in my luck. I won't hit pity. I don't need it. I do not need pity. Hi, Serena. Arona, please, I'm begging you. Hit me! Hit me harder! Yes! No! Damn it! Aurora, you cheat! You wound me! Go on, go on, go on. Aurora, please. Oh, that was hideous. Come on, minimum, minimum. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see. I knew it when I saw that really bad near minimum pull. Uh, uh, uh. Please, Aruna. Yes, please. Aruna. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. See, I do not need pity. My luck is disgusting. And? Well, she's okay. I don't believe I maxed her. I'm gonna just use her for the PvP, you know? The instant energy buff. Oh, nope, sorry. But hey! Oh, then 150 pulls. I'm the best. Sorry. So, in summary today, the SRT Academy girls just realized that there was a shortage of shrimp and decided to go investigate, only to they'll stumble across nothing, and then instead spooking themselves with a summer ghost story. Well, maybe something will change in the latter half, huh? We'll find out next time. Anyway, this has been Reed. Oh, thank goodness I didn't have to pull any further. This has been Reed, just Reed. I should contact that thing. And finally, they finally got back to me. Thank goodness. Anyway, like I said, this is Reed, just Reed. Go away now, yeah? Actually, no, not yet. I have finally finished the latest book of the Completionist Chronicles. Dakota Crowd. I feel like he kind of shifted his direction slightly. Instead of, completionist, it's more like he's trying to get stronger. Like all the other little RPGs. Kind of sad. A proper completionist, does everything. And that usually means staying behind in the beginner area to make sure that they have everything and then moving on. And I honestly thought that he'd eventually go back, but he didn't. He's free to go anywhere, but chooses to just keep exploring. Honestly, I feel betrayed by the term completionist. But that's just me being nitpicky. In the meantime, I mentioned that 404 series that I was kind of looking forward to reading got 404 and actually got properly published. It's good. Unlike a lot of stuff, it's not as serious, and it's properly lighthearted and not laid back. Properly lighthearted in that. Honestly, it's more like it's much more childish. As I said, it's exceedingly lighthearted. They can joke about flogging, which technically isn't lighthearted. But then again, it feels like Tom and Jerry. Well, no, not feels like Tom and Jerry, but the tones are, Tom and Jerry was always lighthearted, until parents came in. Anyway, this has been Reed. I do recommend it. Made to order.